Kia ora everyone, I'm Bryce, and I'm trying to develop some stuff to do with my newest weirdo that I'm playing in a tabletop game, who is Mallory. I have developed her for Blades in the Dark, which I have very recently started playing. My friend Kiwi fell into the rabbit hole of learning to run this game, and they invited me to join, and I did, as, yes, Mallory the Lurk. For those of you who, like me, are far more familiar with Dungeons & Dragons, a Lurk in this system is most comparable to, like, the Rogue class. But the world setting that is offered by this is a... what do they call it? It's an industrial fantasy game full of a bunch of, like, crime drama, power struggles between different crime syndicates and stuff like that. There's a lot of aspects of, like, occult stuff going on. There's ghosts, there's demons, there's monsters, there's, like, giant leviathans off in the infinitely dark oceans. It's very cool. I like it a lot. And within the rulebook for the game, actually, it does cite some of its inspiration sources for the setting and the mechanics of the game and the tone of it as well. And a couple of those citations are actually Dishonored and Thief. Thief is kind of the game that most heavily inspired Dishonored. Dishonored being the game series that is genuinely my favorite of all time. I absolutely love Dishonored. So, yeah, I was offered the chance to join a game in a setting based off of Dishonored, so you bet I was playing a stealthy little guy, you know? So, Mallory is, yeah, she's very incredibly socially oblivious. Lot of eye contact, which I have to say, is not helped by, one particular feature that she has. So, I'm gonna discuss some of this. So she is from Tycheros. I don't know. She's from a far-off land that's not actually pictured on the map of the central location to our game, which is Duskval. And some of the sources that I've seen have said that it's said that people from Tycheros have demonic blood in them. And then some of the other sources that I've seen have said outright, like, you have a visual manifestation to your visage that is demonic in nature. So I guess that's correct, but also it may be spawning from, like, some other thing. I don't know. Either way, I was instructed to give Mallory a feature to do with, like, a demonic bloodline, so she has goat eyes, because that's fun and unnerving. And I have specifically, in here, I have given her 2 points in command, which in D&D language is, like, intimidation. Basically, that is because she's odd in a way where she's also very in your face. Through just being unnerving and in your face, people kind of get intimidated and just go like, hey, here's what you want to know, get away from me, dude. So yeah, that's like a big focus for me, is that, yeah, she's unnerving, and now she is a chef. She's a butcher, an eel butcher, in the eel pizzeria, which we haven't named. We haven't named anything. We're so bad at naming things. I haven't given Mallory a last name. Our crew isn't named. Our business isn't named. Our, like, when we operate as a criminal group, we don't have a name for that either, so oops. I pitched last session that we should call ourselves Eels on Meals, and that was met with mixed reception. And then I also pitched that we should call ourselves, when we're operating as a, like, crime guild, as a group of criminals, we should be called the Slippery Eels, which was met with, yeah, we'll call that mixed results. Truly, I had so much fun with this, though, and for anybody who likes, like, Dishonored, Thief, things like that, this is such a good system to get into. I have done some dabbling into, like, looking up how to actually run games. But I have to say, as a player, this was absolutely fantastic to jump into, because it lays everything out so nicely here. And this kind of makes me hate D&D rogues all the more, because this is the entire class. When you pick your class, you get something this big that gives you everything you need to know. And it's incredible, unlike Dungeons & Dragons, to which, for some reason, particularly the rogue, is just bloated with filler words and unnecessary, flavor context that just gets in the way of you having to look in the book and go oh, how does this ability work again? I need to look that up. Oh, let me just wade through. D&D Rogue bothers me so much. Honestly, the way that Dungeons & Dragons is written in, the handbooks and stuff, genuinely just enrages me, because it's just so annoying to have to wade through everything. But there's none of that with Blades in the Dark. There's none of that. It's so good. These are all of the abilities that you can do as a Lurk, and I can only do one of them right now. Albeit it is the weirdest one, but I can only do one of them right now. But yeah, so I do have to say, I loved this, and I absolutely loved playing Mallory. She was so much fun for me. I have Mallory's dice here. So, yeah, I have this, kind of gothic font die here. I have this, worn red die here, and then this one actually has, an Eye of Sauron kind of thing, floating inside of it. I have this, which is the notebook that I used for her. I felt that this was, a fitting journal. I have a handful of little paper blanks journals, over on my shelf. They're specifically for D&D character notes because I love them. They're so cute. I also have this. So this is the thing that I'm using as a dice box for Mallory right now. I really like it. It's super cool. I don't know, if this is just fully handmade or something, but, it's so cool. I love it. I found it in a secondhand shop a while ago, and I just fell in love with it. It's so adorable. So I have these, couple of things that kind of contribute to my concept of her aesthetic. And then on top of that, I also have made a Hero Forge model of her, because why not? I love using Hero Forge. So my goal today is to develop some more things for her. Yes, a Hero Forge model is cool to have, and I will probably end up printing a model of her at some point in time, which I'm honestly looking forward to quite a bit. But I need to design what she actually looks like, and the Hero Forge model is a good sort of jumping off point for this, but I have a few other things in mind for, details about her. For some reason, I just have it in my mind that she has, a gap between her front teeth. And that's just a thing that I have, locked into my mind's eye since I started playing her. So, yeah. Anyway, let's hop over to Hero Forge, shall we? I forgot that she doesn't wear shoes. And that detail is to add to how unsettling she is to be around. She has a couple of knives, sort of signature trait of a Lurk, being a stealthy person. Given her a couple of piercings, some, scarification to her face. I am honestly quite happy with how the options in Hero Forge allowed me to clothe her. I've opted to give her a very kind of asymmetrical look to her. I gave her this spiked pauldron on the side of her shirt that actually has a shoulder to it, and I really like that detail. When I was attributing clothing to her, I started looking at things that would be a little more just regular punk. So I gave her these piercings and the spiked pauldron because I feel that the context of the setting and how it's very Industrial Revolution meets sort of post-apocalyptic, it gives a really good footing for characters to express counterculture movement, visages and details while existing in such a turbulent society that is so focused on what the Victorian and Edwardian eras were, what the Industrial Revolution was, how focused on like capitalism and colonialism so much of that period was, and how Mallory is an immigrant in this land. So I wanted to make sure that like through all of this, even if she isn't like super cognitively aware of it all, she is smart, so she does know that she stands against a lot of what the status quo is. I am talking a lot. This is Mallory. She's very cool. I like her a lot. I was really humming and hawing about her hair. I initially was giving her this haircut. I felt like that was almost going too far into punk. The rest of her isn't very, like, Victorian era or anything like that, but looking at this character, this shirt in particular gives me Fable energy. I ultimately decided to go with this haircut because I think that it's a really good haircut in Hero Forge. It's a really nicely sculpted design and shape. I also wanted something that was kind of like multi-layered, multi-tiered, very like uneven looking, because this is absolutely a woman who just like every now and then she gets like hair in her mouth and just cuts some off, you know? What we're going to do is I'm going to grab a sketchbook because I'm trying to draw stuff a little more analog nowadays, rather than all of it be just digitally. So we're gonna move over to that now. He was playing with his cardboard and now he's all tuckered out. Look at him, he's so small. He's just a little guy. Oh, I love him so much. Moving on. Yippee. And we're done. Look at her. Isn't she kinda cursed? There we have her. It's really riding on the Hero Forge model, but also I see no reason to, like, dispute what I've made there. It's a really solid, cool-looking lady. I love her. She's kinda concerning to look at. She's scary. She's cute in her own way. And then what I've got going on here is I'm going to end up creating a PNG tuber kind of situation for her, so that when we're on call, everybody doesn't have to be looking at me They're gonna be looking at her and how concerning she can be. So, yeah. I'm probably gonna give her, like, slightly exaggeratedly bigger eyes. Give her quite a, like, stare going. Which means I have to charge my tablet, so I will be seeing you once that is alive. Kia ora, team, so it's Editing Bryce again, and I feel like, as much as I'm enjoying editing and presenting this video to you, that it may have gone on long enough. It just hit 15 minutes, 10 seconds, so I'm thinking we will leave me designing and creating and rigging Mallory's PNG tuber model for another time. So this has been a different kind of video, I do acknowledge that, and I am working on more painting content right now. So I am curious what you guys thought of this, how you guys felt about it, if there's anything in particular you'd like to see, if there's anything you'd like me to cover, if I am to present another video about designing and making and rigging Mallory's PNG model, then I'm absolutely down for any suggestions in the comments and stuff. Let me know, and I will take everything into consideration. Yay, thank you so much once more for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Ka kite anō, until next time.